this is what I learned 7 or for week 7. So firstly, I did not know about the Dirty Kid, and that was definitely something, an experience. I feel like with the reading project, I definitely looked at it from a different perspective than other people. I would say I took it as like looking because first off, the project itself it didn't necessarily specify what type of transformation or like how you could have took that context. So it was just like you kind of show us what type of transformation occurred. And so I decided the route with like not necessarily about the girl helping people because in the end she didn't really do that much to where you could say she helped many people, right? So I took the route of where she was transformed from being, yes, kind of an innocent bystander, and like how she knew about the bad stuff in that city in Buenos Aires, but she also loved how beautiful it was. But and through the misfortunate events that occurred, she then realized like, oh, this place is actually terrible. And then I took it as to like with the dirty kid in mind, the events that had happened with him, his mother, and all that, that kind of not it kind of shifted her perspective on the city, as well as it kind of made her go back to that original like, oh, I can just stay here rather than leave, and let me just stay here and wait for him to come back and kind of go back to her complacent self. So I definitely took it a different way. I know I did not talk about if she would help the neighborhood or not, and she definitely wouldn't. She wouldn't. I think she would really only focus on the dirty kid. And I think that's highlighted in many other people's projects that I got to watch as well. It's like she was very complacent. She was emotionally transformed, right? And that was really mentioned in the people I responded to. She was emotionally transformed, but she didn't necessarily take action. And so that kind of shows I don't think she would actually help the people in the neighborhood. Um, and really just the kid. Uh, and then for, this project as well, kind of learning how people can have so many different perspectives for sure. Because I think the project was a little bit open, not necessarily open ended, but like you could take the transformation however you wanted. Like you could have showed any part of the text to show any type of transformation that occurred. And so I was definitely interesting seeing Zatoria and Caleb's videos on the dirty kid because it was definitely a lot different from my perspective, as well as like how we all explained the transformation and the conclusions we all came to was all different. So it was definitely interesting to learn about their perspectives. And then for this video, the Las Meninas video, um, it's not like we necessarily learned anything different or more that could help us understand Las Marinas itself and the context behind it, and just what the different like theories we had and stuff like that, and what we believed about the painting. It didn't necessarily help us with that, and so I personally did not see a movement in the painting, but I definitely got to hear how others did through this assignment. I did get, like both people I responded to saw movement, I guess, and kind of explained they came to different conclusions. One came to the same conclusion as me, however, another didn't. And so it was definitely interesting to see that. Um, I personally, when you would say movement, I would think that it was a different type of movement. I guess the movement in the painting was like in the video was explained as I can't even tell you what. Like maybe they were saying like they could possibly be moving. However, in a painting, nothing like that could be moving. So I was a little confused. I'm not gonna lie. I think we all had the right idea. I'm just gonna say that I didn't see movement in the sense that I thought I saw movement. Like I didn't see movement, but I think we all believe that in the moment that the painting was like it was painting, they were moving. Like it was showed to capture that they were like doing a task or something. They were like kind of just caught like doing something. If that makes sense, like a photograph, right? Um, but when you would think of movement, for me, I would think like an optical illusion painting where you could actually see movement from where, if you change where you stand, that or your eyes continue, like just, if you just stare and look at a painting and it just starts to move before your eyes. That's what I would think. Not necessarily the type of movement that they were, like the video was talking about. That makes sense. But yeah, that's what I learned overall. So yeah.